Okay, today we're going to be talking about the candidate bulletin information, which is the paper that I'm going to show you how to get and how to go online and get it for yourself. And it's just going to be talking about this is one that's going to be for the Barber Examination Candidate Information Bulletin. And I'm going to navigate you through it so that you can find out what you need to do. Once you get to it, do print it out so that you can read it.
You want to go to Google and put in PSI exam.com. And once you get into the PSI, it's gonna be government. Go down to the government. Can y'all see it? Let's see. Go down till you see government, state licensing. Click on that. Then you're gonna come to this section right here. You're gonna see this come up on your computer. And then you want to go your jurisdiction, wherever you live at. Go down to Virginia, where I'm from. Put in your jurisdiction. And then you're going to select which area are you going in. Is it barbering or cosmetology? They got barbering and cosmetology right there. So what do we want to do? Do we want to see the English version? They have the Korean, they have Spanish, all of that they have here. They also have the instructor's examination here as well. So we want to go to the barber exam. So we're gonna do the barbering and English. All right. So now you're gonna look over to this side of the page. You're gonna see it says the download the candidate bulletin information. We want to download that. They made this a little hard to kind of navigate. It should be easier. Alright, so once you get here, then you're going to see, I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Get out of that. You're going to see that it's the barbers. I don't know why this computer acting crazy this morning. You're going to see this is the barber examination information. Alright. Alright, and it's going to tell you everything you need to know about your barbering exam. Time candidates. And you just go on down. They got the payments, how much it costs in that area. And you go on down. They're going to talk about the theory, location, and our location. That's right there. These are all the different locations. I'm not going to read all of them out. All right. We want to come all the way down till we get to what's actually on the examination. All right. Taking the theory examination. The theory is all on the computer. Okay? It's all computer rated. And they're going to give you a certain time. I think it's 90 minutes to do that. It might change, but I think it's 90, if I'm not mistaken. And then they're gonna come. Then you want to come down till you get to the information that you need to know about the board. All right, and they'll tell you, oh, this is this important instructions. You need to read that, and I suggest you print it out so you can take it with you and really read over it. All right, so now we get into the first thing. And the first thing is the barber no chemical service theory examination. All right, so this is like just for the barber license, not the master barbers. And it breaks down on what the contests consist of. All right, I was looking for this online to help some of my students, and I didn't see it online, so I said I'll do it, put it online. All right, and then they have some sample questions about how the question's gonna look on the board, about what you see. And all right, and read all this stuff. This is all good information for your candidate that's first time coming. If you did this before, you ought to know what you need to do, and you should be good to go. All right, special attention. All right, this is for barbers. You see the area that is, it says Barber 1, no chemicals, and it says in the first bullet, it says your things must be labeled, your containers must be labeled, disinfected. You should have stuff labeled soil linen. You have another label should be on your trash, okay? All right, and those are required. All right, then it says these are the different things that is on the test. And I'll try to get a little closer if you can't. This is the area for the barbers practical examination. And then this first area is your work area and client preparation and setup of supplies. That's going to take 10 minutes. You're going to take the stuff out of your bag and put it on the table or whatever they have set up for you. The next area, they can have 40 minutes for your hair cutting area where we're starting. And this is for just the barber's examination, not the master barber. The first area that you're going to have is going to be the work area and client preparation and setup of supplies. This is when your universal supplies will be set up. Second, you will have a hair cutting section. That will be 40 minutes. Next section, you will have everything that you do. You should do it safely and sanitary. All right, and that's the first area that you're going to go through. All right, let me get you to the next area. Try not to make the video too long because people don't want to watch it. It's too long. All right, next section we got is the hair cutting section. All right, so this is the easiest state board that I have seen since I've been doing this, and I've been doing this for 20 years. This is easy. All right, so I'm not going to read every little thing off, but I'm going to read the bullets of what's supposed to be done. All right, the hair cutting supplies, because this is basically for the supplies and stuff. The hair cutting supplies are labeled in English. Implements and supplies are visibly clean. All right, you're going to perform a scalp analysis first. Let me scan up a little bit more. Let me go up a little bit more. All right, and so you can see what I'm reading. All right, you're going to perform a scalp analysis. You're going to demonstrate safe use of the clippers and comb without the guard. Okay, this is the clippers and guard. This is the clippers and comb without the guard. All right. Next thing, you're going to demonstrate safe use of the clippers with the guards. All right. Next one, you're going to demonstrate the safe use of the comb and the shears. Next, you're going to establish an outline around the ears. And then the next one, you're going to shave the sides of the neck, all right, with the straight razor, including a reverse backhand stroke. So you need to know what the reverse backhand stroke. And I'll probably demonstrate that too for y'all. But first, I want to go over what's on the test. All right, and I'm going to scroll up a little bit more. All right, this section right here, it says that hair in the front of the ear is uniform in length. The sideburns should be even. You shouldn't have one sideburn up and one sideburn down. The sideburns should be even. The next section we have is the hair cutting blend without weight lines. You shouldn't see a weight line in the hair when you're cutting the hair. You should be able to, it shouldn't be a design line in the hair as you are cutting it. After you finish cutting, you shouldn't have a weight line. The next thing is at least of a ½ inch of hair throughout the haircut. All right, you need to prep your mannequin, but don't cut it all the way down. Leave some hair on it so that you have some hair to cut off. All right, but you only need to do a ½ inch of hair cut throughout the whole haircut and test. Okay. All right. Next, I'm going down to this section. All right, and it says remove hair from the work area. You do not remove your hair from the work area until you are told to do so. Okay, leave it there, and then the instructor will tell you, or the state board representative will tell you when to remove the hair from the floor, because they want to make sure that you cut enough hair for your mannequin. All right, maintain your drape throughout this section. All right, items to be disinfected, soil, linen, and trash are to be disposed of in a correct manner. All right. This next area that we're going to. All right. This section is your work area. All right. We got a work area for a new client. Now you're going to set up for a new client. All right. It says you will prepare for a new client. Set up universal supplies that you will use through the remainder of this examination. You can also set up the shaving and the straight razor for this section of the examination. All right, and they're gonna give you 15 minutes to do that. But like I said, print all this out so you can read it. All right. Disinfect. Candidates will be evaluated on the following tasks for this. Disinfect all work areas completely. You need to wipe your station down again. Don't go on you wipe your station down when you first started. Do wipe your station down like you got a brand new client. All right. Clean your station with hospital grade disinfectant. Sanitize hands with the proper label in English. Universal supplies should be labeled in English, and items to be disinfected, soil linen, and trash should be disposed of in a correct manner. And we're almost finished this test, y'all. All right, now I'm gonna go to the next section, which is the shaving section. All right. This is shaving with the straight razor. I told y'all it was going to be variable times because they're going to tell you, going to come around and tell you what strokes to do. Here your shaving supplies should be labeled in English. This is basically we doing the setup again. Set up all implements that are visible and clean. Lather, beard, and mustache area, and you're going to steam towel is applied. Okay. Don't forget when you do your steam towel to touch the inside of your arm, your wrist, so that you can check the temperature of the towel. All right. They're gonna come to you and tell you what strokes they want you to do. I'm not gonna say the strokes because I don't want you to be trying to remember the strokes that I'm telling you, and the state board people tell you to do another stroke, and you just all confused. All right, so we're gonna just let you, when they tell you to do it, this is when you're gonna do it. And I'm gonna go up to this area, and this area is the steam towel. You're gonna lather the face, then you're gonna put the steam towel over the face. All right, you're gonna leave the steam towel over the face until the instructor, the examiner, comes and tell you when to apply the lather for the face. All right, so you're gonna relather the beard and the mustache, and then you're gonna leave the towel on until the examiner comes and tell you that you can begin. All right. So then they're gonna ask you to demonstrate the freehand strokes in the area 1, 3, and 4 safely. All right. Those are freehand strokes. You need to know your strokes. By this time, you should know your strokes. If you don't, you need to go back and study the strokes. All right. Next one is you're going to demonstrate the backhand stroke in area 2. All right. And then the next one is demonstrate the reverse freehand stroke in area 5. So you should know all the strokes, the way how you hold your razor properly, and how you apply the lather, and how you do all of that. You should know that by now, because this is the time you're getting ready for the state board. So you should know all that if you've been in the school. All right. I'm gonna go up, and this you're gonna complete the whole shaving service. Just because you got those first 5 strokes to do doesn't mean that you're gonna stop and everything is over with. You want to continue your 14 strokes and complete the service. You're going to maintain the drape throughout this section, and also don't forget to use your antiseptic at the end to put on the client's face, or a toner, whatever when you want to use. All right, don't forget to do that as you go finishing up that part of the examination. All right, the next area is blood exposure. All right, now this is something that they put in, and now this is the blood exposure. This is going to take 10 minutes, and you will imagine the following scenario, and it says during the service you have sustained a minor cut to your index finger. The injury is such. All right. In the blood exposure section, it's going to give you a scenario, and it's going to say during the service you have sustained a minor cut to your index finger. The injury is such that you can continue with the service. Your work area or your client has not been contaminated. You are expected to demonstrate the proper procedures for the blood exposure. All right. So what you're going to do is you're gonna act like you cut your hand, and then you're gonna stop the procedure. You're gonna clean the area with cotton, and then you want to put a band-aid on it and put a glove on top of that hand, and then you can complete the service. Continue with your service. All right. The first thing they got right here on bullet with the first thing they have right here is the blood exposure supplies are to be labeled in English. Remove the material from the first aid kit. Yes, you need a first aid kit. Supply materials are visibly clean. Clean the injury with antiseptic. All right, let me bring this up so y'all can see it. All right. Clean the injury with antiseptic. Cover with the dressing. All right. And the candidate should wear gloves or a finger guard, and dispose of all contaminant supplies. All right. And then I'm going to post what you need to have. Well, you know what? I'm going to just scroll down to it so you can see everything that you need to have. Don't forget to print this stuff out. Once you go to the website, print the stuff out so you know what you need. All right. When you get to your universal general supplies, you should know what you need on that. Read on what you need. I'm not going over it. All right. And this universal for your haircut. Read over that. All your stuff that you need. All right. That's for your hair care section, your hair cutting section. You know you need protective cape. You need a protective cape. I suggest that you get a small kid's cape, a child size cape. Bring your shears. Make sure your shears cut. You can bring 2 pair of shears if you want to. Clippers, they must have an actual cord. You will be using the clippers. We need your guards. I suggest bring different sizes of guards, just in case you go lower than you expect, and you'll have all the guards to help you complete the haircut. Alright, and you need a straight razor, and you need shaving cream. And you need non-aerosol shaving cream, okay? Alright, and just go on down, and it's just telling you the supplies. And for the blood exposure, make sure you have additional bag for the blood exposure for dispose of the blood contaminated material. Alright. I do hope this has been helpful for you to help you understand more of how to get to the candidate bulletin information for barbers for 2020. And I hope that you pass your state board examination. Good luck.